What's good, YouTube? In today's video I'm going to be ranking from worst to best Call of Duty campaigns. I want to clarify that we are only ranking Call of Duty titles from World at War and above. This is also personal preference, so if you do disagree, make sure to leave your opinions and thoughts down in the comment section below. If you do continue on to watch the video and enjoy it, make sure to go and drop a like and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. Every like and subscription is muchly appreciated. Without further ado, here are the worst to best Call of Duty campaigns ranked in order. Coming in at number 12 is Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 takes place in 2065, so around 40 years after Black Ops 2 has set place. On October the 27th, Black Ops initiate a successful mission in Ethiopia. In this mission you are critically injured by a robot. You then undergo cybernetic surgery to save your life. So at this point you are basically like half robot. Now the reason this is coming in as the worst Call of Duty campaign is because of how complicated the story was structured and set out to the audience. No one actually understood the story in this game without having to look on YouTube or the internet. The campaign did have some cool features such as wall running, but every mission did really feel repetitive. It was like you were killing the same enemy over and over again, and it got repetitive and boring. Now this is the only COD campaign that I would consider bad. All the other campaigns are decent or good, so without further ado, let's get on to number 11. Coming in at number 11 we have Advanced Warfare. Now a lot of people might, say, oh, why is Advanced Warfare only number 11th? I really do enjoy this campaign, it's just that I prefer the other campaigns to this one. This game has a really good story, amazing graphical cutscenes that keep you entertained throughout the campaign. In this campaign you play as one playable character and he's called Jack Mitchell. As you get further through the campaign you do get extra upgrades and extra abilities which makes the game it makes you want to play more. There is a terrorist group called the KVA, which is led by the name Joseph Hades, so he is basically the villain in the game. He begins staging numerous terrorist attacks with the world turning to Atlas to stop them. Overall, a really good campaign and worth actually buying and picking up and playing if you haven't already. So that's it for Advanced Warfare. At number 10 we have Call of Duty Ghosts. Now you're probably thinking, how does this get above Advanced Warfare? I can agree that Advanced Warfare does have a much better story, which is true. Call of Duty Ghosts has a much better theme song, but when it comes to gameplay, I personally enjoyed Call of Duty Ghosts more. On top of that, Call of Duty Ghosts has one of my favourite missions of all time. I can't remember the name, but I remember it's like dark and you go on the side of buildings and it's just amazing. If Call of Duty Ghosts actually had an interesting story, I think it would be probably 1 or 2 spots above in this list. In Call of Duty Ghosts, you play as the character called Ghosts. The game is set 10 years after an Odin strike is launched via satellite after a hijacking on US. You also have a dog companion in Riley, and you get to play as Riley, which is the dog, and it's a really cool feature that is quite fun. Overall, Ghosts did leave me with a good experience, but did end a bit stale with the terrible ending. And that is why it is coming in at number 10. And now coming in at number 9 we have World War II. Now as you can tell by the title, this game is obviously set in World War II. It tells a little story about brotherhood who are fighting for freedom in the World War II scenario. World War II focuses on the actions of a squad from 1944 to 1945. It also touches on the life events from 1940 to 1944. In this game you play as Daniels, a young United States Army private, as he and his squad, the legendary United States 1st Infantry Division, trek through the harrowing European theatres of war. Throughout the campaign you do team up with the French and the British to fight against Germany, the Nazis. I think overall this game was underrated and overall a solid game. This Call of Duty also implied manual healing, so you would have medkits to manually heal up during fights. I think this COD was really good overall and better than the ones that I've put obviously before on the list. And this is why World War II is coming in at number 9. Now moving on to number 8. we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare takes place in a future where Earth's resources have nearly been depleted. The main character in Infinite Warfare, or the character you play as, is called Ryers. Ryers also pilots his very own combat-ready jet fighter, better known as the Jackal. As you get further through the campaign, the ship then becomes customizable and you can make it look pretty good and unique. I think the campaign has a very good story, and one of my favourite characters is the robot. I think this campaign is really good, and it has one of the best endings in my opinion in the COD franchise. This holds the title of the best campaign out of all the EXO Call of Duties. The campaign is divided between core story missions as well as optional side missions, and that is why Infinite Warfare is coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. In the campaign you start off with a terror attack and you are based in London, but you go to multiple different places and experience multiple different scenarios. Multiple characters are playable, each with a different perspective on the conflicts at hand. This campaign gave you a good view on different perspectives of war. Without a doubt, this is the best campaigns you have released within the past 6 or 7 years. Not to mention that this is the campaign where Captain Price actually returned. The plot is designed with a lot of references to the original trilogy, indicating that the action happened in a similar alternative universe. I would probably rate this campaign a solid 8 out of 10. And that is why Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 is coming in at number 7 on our list. Next on this list we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty 4. Soap arrives at the SAS training facility in Crendon Hill, UK, where he has a quick weapons training session with Gaz, meets Captain Price and the unit. Bravo team then proceed to look for a suspected nuclear package. After taking out the security detail, the team find the package, but fire from the enemy fast movers means they barely escape with the ship in manifest, which points to Al-Assad as the owner of the package. Now sorry if I butcher any names. So he is basically the main victim in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We can all remember from this campaign the mission All Gillied Up, as you play as Captain Price. I remember the intensity of this mission. I think this COD is good enough to come in at the number 6 spot. Now for the next Call of Duties, including this one, it is difficult to pinpoint one exact reason on why the other CODs are better. It just all comes down to personal preferences. So that's all for Modern Warfare. Now we are moving into the top 5. Remember to make sure to drop a like if you're currently enjoying the video. Coming in at number 5, we have Call of Duty World at War. World at War is the first game in the Black Ops timeline and was produced by Treyarch. This definitely holds the title of the most difficult campaign to complete on veteran difficulty. The story begins on Macken Island, where C. Miller, or Private Miller, watches the torture and execution of his team. You are then about to be executed yourself, but you are rescued by a bunch of Marines. You then proceed to fight throughout the beach. So in World at War you basically fight mainly against the Japanese Imperial Army. Most action does take place in jungles, so you do come across and occur loads of ambushes with intense gameplay that keeps you on your feet at all times. I personally am a huge fan of World at War, and this is why it comes in at number 5 on the list. Coming in at number 4 we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. A bit of a controversial one. Some people like this, some people don't. I thought it was really good. I don't think it was quite at the level of Modern Warfare 2 or remotely close, but that is because of how good Modern Warfare 2 actually was. For the campaign did have a good story overall and was pretty solid. Hours after killing General Shepard, John Price and Nikolai evacuate a gravely wounded John Soap. You start off in a safe house located in India, and it basically carries on the story from Modern Warfare 2. The reason this place is so high in the list is because it is the sequel to Modern Warfare 2, which is one of the best campaigns ever. In the end, Captain Price and Makarov are fighting over a pistol. In the end, Yuri does die, but I think Captain Price gets the last laugh by brutally ending Makarov and his legacy. That's it for Modern Warfare 3, coming in at number 4 on our Call of Duty ranked campaigns worst to best. Now coming in at number 3, we have Black Ops 2. I don't know if it's me, but this campaign was incredible. It starts off by you finding woods. I think this game overall, if you look at the futuristic games we have today, this was the best futuristic campaign by far. This was the first Call of Duty to have controversial endings, so if you pick one option, you could have a different outcome to another player, which, you know, makes it so the game is actually replayable and still enjoyable. If I remember, there's like over at least 5 different endings that you could have in this game. Some were good and better than others, and some were awful. Not to mention, this game had the best soundtrack in my opinion overall, and a lot of people will say Modern Warfare 2's is better. I think Black Ops 2 is better in my opinion on soundtrack wise. That's all for Black Ops 2, and that is why it's coming in at the number 3 spot. Now moving on to number 2, we have Modern Warfare 2. Yes, I know this is shocking that it's coming in at number 2 and not number 1. I am aware that Modern Warfare 2 is the fan favourite and heavily agreed that this is the best campaign to exist. And I completely agree, like, I can see why this is the best, you know, it's incredible. But between this and number 1 in the list, it was so hard for me to choose from because I think they're like both joint even for me. I don't even need to explain the campaign because 90% of COD fans that have played COD would probably have completed this campaign at some point in their life. With the whole getting portrayed by Shepard, you know, a shocking ending, I could argue this is the best campaign and I wouldn't even argue against it. I think if this campaign wasn't as good as what it was, then Modern Warfare 3 would have been nowhere near as good as what Modern Warfare 3 is in my opinion. So I think this basically makes Modern Warfare 3. That is it for Modern Warfare 2 coming in at number 2, and that obviously leads for number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops 1. The game is set in the Cold War era. Much of Call of Duty Black Ops 1 campaign is told through the eyes of Alex Mason, primarily through flashbacks. Now, I don't know if a lot of people have Black Ops 1 as their favourite campaign. If you do, tell me why in the comments down below. I thought all of the characters were well written. I loved the characters in this game such as Reznov, I loved Frank Woods, Joseph Bowman, Dragovich is obviously the villain, Victor Reznov. I thought the game was truly set and it kept me intrigued and interested throughout the story from start to finish. I do think the story was a little bit unrealistic, however, I thought with the science, the Nova gas and everything like that, it's just so good. And that is it for Call of Duty Black Ops 1, officially ranked number 1 in my opinion. I have put a lot of effort into this video, so if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. And here was my Call of Duty worst to best campaign list.